a big win again tonight.
Big win, onward, Oklahoma State next. We got, I think, sole possession of first place in the dual meet season for the Big Ten. So we go upstairs, we get some t-shirts and some hats, take a couple pictures, and move on. And I don't say that lightly. I say that because that's what you do.
How'd it feel to have Mirren and DeSanto back out there?
Mir and DeSanto, good. Assad could have went. You'll see him in the lineup next week. It's one of those things where got to be smart to the very end and not smart to kind of the end. So he'll be ready. He was ready tonight, but yeah, it's good. It's good. You see bonus points from 5 guys. Kemmer ended it with a bang, and good stuff there.
What does winning the dual meet title? What does that mean?
That means that we get our picture taken upstairs and we put it out on social media. It means if you're in sole possession, it means that you did your job in your conference, and good job, and let's move on.
Didn't look like anything.
It's not a slouch conference, so, and it wasn't a slouch schedule, or, so, we'll take some pictures and move on.
Didn't look like anything held DeSanto back tonight. He just went out there, kept firing like usual.
Nothing held him back except maybe that guy's little bit of, but he wrestled pretty smart for the most part, and wrestle your match, stud.
How do you feel about moving on? Do you feel like you're in a spot where you want
I
to be?
feel like we have Oklahoma State next. I feel like Assad's going to be in the lineup next week. We had DeSanto come back. Mirren made the call. Medical team green lighted him. How do you feel? You're making the call. He said, I'm going. So you feel good about those things. Bonus points from 5 guys. Kemmer, that guy likes to hold points. That guy's he's a 1-0 guy, And we scored 2 first period takedowns, and then it was 3. And then it was 4 near fall, and then it was a fall. So good job, Kemmer.
Murin, a lot of success on the reshots. I know he didn't finish at the end, but he was able to get that.
Yeah, we you look at the opportunities we had, that's something too, and you're not always going to be batting 1,000. And so, Caleb Young, we had 3 different opportunities where the clock ran out on us twice. But we got to finish quicker when we know the time's coming down, and we got to get better there and maybe be more ready to go. I thought we were asleep a little bit in that match. He ground out a tough match, though. And you saw his reaction out there with this, getting his hand raised, and he doesn't want to win that way, so that's good too. Never satisfied.
After 2 straight losses, how do you get Cassiope back up and ready for Oklahoma State?
It's a concern anytime that happens and a guy's on a roll. I mean, he was undefeated before last week, so that's a good question for a mere mortal. And I don't know if he is a mere mortal. I don't know if he's a normal human. He analyzes very well and moves forward very well. The schedule said that he had the number 1 and the number 2 ranked heavyweight in the country back to back. So, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Watching those matches, what did you kind of take away from both of those where he could maybe improve moving forward?
Well, they're 2 different matches, so
Right.
I'm not going to talk about the Stevenson match too much. I know that the biggest thing is we got to wrestle our match. Let's just say that. I'll leave it there. And I'll tell you what, Stevenson is a worthy opponent. He is a worthy opponent on the senior level, and our path to international competition goes through him. So I think that's the first time they've wrestled. He is a worthy opponent.
Anything else?
Tom, do you like where the team is at right now, going into the final weeks of the season?
Yeah. I mean, there's always things that nag at you, and you try to be positive, and you try to make sure that you put your professional voice out there, and then it can't be all candor. But yeah, I mean, I like where we're at, but I'll tell you, there's things that nag you, so I'll just leave it at that, and it's always onward. We gotta get better. We gotta get better. We had some guys that didn't wrestle their best and did some work to bail themselves out of some holes. So gotta be getting ready for the Big Ten championships and that national tournament coming right up around the corner. But we got Oklahoma State coming to town. That's a big duel. That is a big dual meet, and that's not whatever. I don't know what they're ranked, if they're in the teens or if they're 11 or they're 8, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a program that has a lot of pride in the sport of wrestling, in a state that has a lot of pride in the sport of wrestling.
Okay, thanks.